Okay, let me just also pull up the the YouTube upload.
All right, Joe, we got the Cryptic Collectors back in the house. We're going to talk Season 2, and we're going to talk Cheesy Movies for Charity 3, and we have a big special announcement at the end of the show. So, Joe, that being said, give me that countdown.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get over here! Hi, I'm martial art master Daniel Casino. You know me as the original Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, and Smoke. You are tuning in to NerdCage Live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Don't miss an episode or you'll get caged. So let's finish him.
This is Anthony Marquez, better known as Kung Lao for Mortal Kombat. Make sure to like and subscribe to NerdCage Live. Be there. Us.
Hey everybody, this is Dave Niebuhr from Dog Eat Dog, and you're watching NerdCage Live. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel. These are great guys doing what they love to do.
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match.
Shoot the J, Joe. Okay. Shoot it!
All right.
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe.
It's all about you.
Kaboom!
Playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful!
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe. Run for your life, Joe.
Running.
Run faster! Oh no, Joe! The galaxy's doomed because of you!
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe.
Thank you.
Yo, that's diabolical. Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCageLive.
Hi, I'm Leah Montalongo, the OG Sindel. Please like, subscribe to NerdCage Live.
This is Ernie C. from Body Count. You're tuned into NerdCage. Can you like and subscribe?
Hey guys, it's the original Shao Kahn, Brian Glenn, and I'd like you to subscribe to NerdCage Live.
It has begun.
If what you say is true, the Shaolin
And the NerdCage
could be dangerous.
Greetings, citizens. You're now trapped in a NerdCage. We hope you have a smashing good time.
You're now about to witness the strength of Geek Knowledge. Hello, welcome. That's right. Once again, you are trapped in NerdCage Live. This channel is a celebration of all things pop culture, including cryptids. So if you're new to the channel, please hit that like button and subscribe. Share with everybody you know. Helps us more than you know. We're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by Christmas. Stay tuned as we're going to reveal Cheesy Movies for Charity 3, which will be December 14th, Saturday. And of course, at the end of the show, we have a very, very, very special guest announcement. Maybe it's Mortal Kombat related. So, yes. I'm your co-host, Jay St. G, certified geek 7 days a week, coming to you live from yours truly, the land of the orange, the land of Tom Cruise, the land of Anthrax, the land of Earth Crisis of Syracuse, New York. And always among us is our moderator and Trollhammer, stronger than the DK Banana Slammer. You can't stop it, you can't crop it, you can't top it like a B-52 bomber Oppenheimer. He's gonna drop it, born from the atomic seed in the titanium womb. It's Joe, FallenOne Gaming. How's it going?
Going well, Jay. Going well. And tonight we have Ace and CrookedLore from Cryptic Collectors. How you doing, fellas?
So this, unlike last time, you guys can't see me because I don't have my mic on, thanks to it being broken. But otherwise, I'm doing good. Just going through an interesting week, and actually, on the subject of Cryptic Collectors, I had just finished editing the first draft of the next episode of Cryptic Collectors.
Technically, it's the second draft.
Well, wait, how is this a second draft? Did you listen to it?
We had to re-record it. We had to re-record it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm counting it. I'm counting the first. I'm counting this recording.
We lost so many good jokes, Ace.
It was arguably funnier the second time around than the first time. So
yeah, but I made a Batman the Animated Series reference, and it took a lot of build up to it, and now it's gone.
Boy, you whining.
But unlike Ace, you can actually see me if Jay put up what I wanted. This is an actual image of me if you see it.
Yes, I did. I couldn't resist. But yes, with your
I'm missing the top hat,
and
yes.
everything.
Yeah, I'm missing the top hat. I know it's embarrassing. I didn't have it when the picture was drawn.
It's fine. It's fine.
This is the.
It works.
No, it definitely works, and it's not like you guys are the first ones to. We have plenty of guests that like to use avatars as well, so it all worked out good. It all worked out good. But yes, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Cryptic Collectors. And Joe, before we're going further, who do we got in the chat tonight?
In the chat tonight, right as of now, we have Shay Smithers, but I'm sure there's a lot of lurkers, so don't be afraid to speak up.
Yes. Now, Joe, we got some stuff to go over real quick before we get started here. So let's see. For starters, if you haven't already, Joe, our two food reviews.
Yes, check out our food review of the Beetlejuice Haunted Apple Fanta, as well as the Wednesday Kellogg cereal.
Spoiler alert, the soda was nasty, but the cereal was delicious. And Joe, DK Vine.
Yes, check out our live stream with Hyle Russell of DK Vine and The Conversation.
As well as Rob from Robservations.
Yes, Robert Mayer Burnett, dude.
That was peak content right there. So I will definitely clip that show for you guys. There's like couple good clips I'm going to clip for you guys. I will have that out shortly, but check out the full live stream or check out the podcast version. Joe, Saturday at 5 o'clock.
Yes, we will be doing more Max Payne.
Absolutely. So it's probably going to be the finale. And then next week, guys, there'll be no live. Okay, I take it back. There won't be any YouTube live stream, but I'm going to try to Twitch. But next week, I'll be in Cleveland, Ohio. Not far from you, CrookedLore. But yeah, I'm going to be in Cleveland, Ohio for the Cleveland Gaming Classic for the Mortal Kombat 3 reunion. I'm going to be there with TabMuck99, Toasty of Komi Dogu, and Justin McCollum. So if you see me, come say hi. I might have a t-shirt for you. I might have some stickers for you. Hopefully they arrive on time. But yeah, so come say hello, and I'm hoping that we'll go on Twitch and play some old school Mortal Kombat. And speaking of Mortal Kombat, Joe, September 24th, when I get back.
Yeah, September 24th, we will be doing a one-off of the story expansion for Mortal Kombat 1, Chaos Reigns.
Please be good. Seriously. And then, Joe.
It's probably not.
Yeah, I'm going to go with it.
We'll see. And then, Joe, Monday.
Yes, more Batman Arkham Asylum.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, twitch.tv/NerdCage Live. And of course, if you haven't already, please, oh please, get yourself a NerdCage Live t-shirt. Any size, any color. If you're skinny, booty color, fat fuck, big or small, we love them all. We have all sorts of crazy-ass designs here. So we got some gaming designs here. Hold on a second. All my coat hangers are tangled up here. Oh my god, I can't get through. I can't flip through my shirts because the coat hangers keep latching onto each other. God damn it. This is bad.
This is why I always recommend wood hangers as opposed to plastic ones.
Yeah.
Well, plastic's easy to deal
as
with.
Like as a wise woman once said, no wire hangers.
Yes.
And pick up our latest design here, the NerdCage Live versus Everybody shirt. So if you're a fan of your sports versus everybody and the classic Godzilla videotapes, be sure to get yourself a NerdCage Live versus Everybody shirt. Show them that it's us against the goddamn world. Also, we have this kaiju shirt. So we have 2 different kaiju designs for you guys. So hold on, let me play that sound effect. And of course, our top-selling shirt here. And believe it or not, Joe, the kaiju designs outsold the Pornhub shirt.
Wow.
Yeah.
We live in weird times.
Yeah.
That just goes to that size does matter, right, Jay?
Absolutely. But yeah, any size, any color, right for skinny booty.
No comment.
The link to our TeePublic is in all videos and across all social media. And speaking of social media, Joe.
Yes, if you want to get us on Twitter or Instagram, both handles are at nerd_cage. Our link to our Discord is in the description. Become a member there as well. And our Facebook discussion group, that is NerdCage Nation. We love everything you guys put up there. No spoilers, no politics, and for God's sakes, keep it civil.
All right. Now, I know you guys have been here before, but it's been well over a year since the last time you guys stopped on. And Cryptic Collectors was kind of like a pretty new at the time. But you guys have been here over a year now. But for those who may have missed the last stream with you guys, or who's new to the channel, or whoever wants to go, just explain what the Cryptic Collectors podcast is.
I guess I'll just keep up what we did last time. So basically, Cryptic Collectors is a show that me and CrookedLore here, as well as another guest of ours, another host of ours, SippyVA, who has his own channel on YouTube. He does a lot of voice acting stuff.
He's actually trying to get into VTubing. If you guys are familiar with that.
Nice.
Yeah. He just started. I actually bombed his VTubing channel, and I just played him.
We both did. We just harassed him.
Yeah.
He didn't like.
Yeah. We basically make him our bitch, and we just punish him with all kinds of horrible adaptation. No, out of love, out of pure love.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, well, okay. In your case, it's love. With me, it's just because I like to fuck with him, and I like to see him in pain. But, so basically, we look at animes, comics, movie, television, anything as long as it's based around an urban legend, cryptid, or any type of urban folklore. And we've mostly gotten a lot of garbage to deal with, but season 2 has been kind of interesting back and forth, because so far we've only got we've only got like 2 episodes so far, right? For season 2?
Yes, and the next one's in the works still. The next one's actually one of our better films we watched.
Yeah, we are. So for our first episode for season 2, we looked at Flatwoods, which is a 2022 film, which is a sort of like a docudrama. I guess you could say that. I use that term very loosely.
Yeah.
Of the Flatwoods monster.
It was actually a last-minute choice on our part because we couldn't find the movie Ace one to review.
Yeah, originally we had in mind to do Letters from the Big Man, but unfortunately that movie is very difficult to find unless you want to rent it on Amazon. But unfortunately there's not really a way for us to really like stream it, so nor do we really have the time given scheduling, so...
And then I ran across the trailer for Flatwoods on Tubi, saw a guy with an eye patch and a marker-made scar, and I was like, this.
Yeah.
All you had to say was Tubi.
Yeah.
It was a Tubi original.
That's where we get most of our movies from at this point. They're just like the king of where to look for urban legend movies. And our next...
You can find one urban legend movie, technically it's urban legend, that has my co-host here in it.
Yes.
And I want us to review that, but he won't let me.
No. So, a little context. On Tubi, there is a movie called Zillafoot. And a friend of mine by the name of Raf and Shoma, who you may know as the thumbnail artist for a lot of Brennan Tenold's YouTube videos, he was doing a cameo voice work on it, and he asked me if I wanted to join in on it. And I'm like, fuck it, why not? And I didn't realize what kind of exact movie I was dealing with. So
it's an SRS cinema film, Ace. You know exactly what you were getting into.
Well, here's the thing. The SRS cinema comes in varying different degrees. So
yeah, but only rarely is it good.
Yes. Unfortunately, I did not get that small percentage. So
I say for every Howl in the Fog, you're gonna get 9 Zillafoots.
Yes. Yes, you will. And unfortunately, or fortunately, my name is in the credits somewhere as a voice cameo. So for anyone who wants to watch it and just hear me talking to like a couple lines, be my guest.
Yeah, he brings this up to girls he dates, and they're like, "Oh,
fuck you! Fuck yourself!"
Banning themselves, Zillafoot, you say?
Actually, Joe,
So
fetch
anyway.
that question because I actually know the answer to this one.
Yeah, Shay wants to know if you guys have reviewed the Mothman prophecies yet.
Yes, we did. That was for a season 1 episode.
That was actually one of our big event episodes because we did it was called Cryptid versus Urban versus.
Urban versus.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so that one we did both Mothman Prophecy. That was season 1, episode 6, I believe.
Yep.
And that was comparing Mothman Prophecies and the 2010 Mothman movie, which was done on the Sci-Fi channel. Or no, I'm sorry, Sci-Fi channel.
Yes.
And and our next episode, which, like I said, has already been edited. It's been exported. I'm just waiting to get feedback. Is going to be based around the 1980 film Alligator.
Whoa. So we're not just, so we're talking alligators in the sewer then, right?
Yes.
Which technically isn't an urban legend, but at the same time, it is an urban legend, just depending where you're at.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like alligators in the sewer, kind of like, a big myth in New York City. So,
Yeah.
it fits the vibe of the Cryptic Collectors podcast for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Jon Favreau believes it in Daredevil.
Well, I mean, it's Jon Favreau, so I'm pretty sure he probably much went into the sewers to try to videotape it, knowing him. And he'll probably incorporate that in The Mandalorian.
Yes.
And there's another
like
one.
with season.
He wants to know if you reviewed the Loch Ness Monster.
Let's see if you guys reviewed Loch Ness Horror. Yes, we have reviewed Loch Ness Horror. That was our first guest episode.
And it's an ordeal of a film. I forgot it after I watched the movie.
That forgettable, huh?
Yeah.
So there you go, Shay. There's a whole slew of episodes you can go back and check out. Like I said, Cryptic Collectors are now in their 2nd season now, so you got time to play some catch up before the newest episode drops, whenever that decides to drop.
Yeah. And for me, Loch Ness Horror, I can't forget it because of that one scene where Nessie bores a guy. You heard what I said, too.
I think our best episode of season 1 was the Jersey Devil episode.
Oh, yeah. You know what? The Carney episode. That was another sci-fi one. Mainly, it was great because of how much Sippy was snapping at us for introducing it to him.
Yeah, our co-host was not happy on that one. He hated it more than Carved, and he hated Carved.
So basically, the Sci-Fi channel and Tubi are like the main sources, and Amazon is like the main sources.
YouTube as well.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
YouTube as well. A lot of these movies are on there because no one cares.
Anywhere you can grab a deep cut.
I know. I appreciate this.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. You guys get to do this, so I don't have to. But at the same time, the banter that you guys go on is so goddamn fun. It's like, all right, now I need to watch these movies.
Yeah, a lot of times we don't really talk about the movie.
Well, we kind of do. We kind of like keep on. I'm mostly the one that tries to keep us on topic, but we still get into like random tangents. And the thing is, I love the most about that episode of Carney is that the main reason why we decided to go with this episode and make Sippy suffer through it was because he did not show up for the last episode. His episode prior to that.
And it was an easy episode, too. He could have just relaxed and we didn't have to watch anything. We were just talking about Wendigos, Depicta, and media, but he decided not to show up.
Well, more specifically, we were talking about Marvel's Wendigo.
Yeah.
With author Matthew Denian, who is best known for writing Chimera.
Not Matthew Denny and the Wendigo did.
Yeah.
Matt might have fought against Wolverine. We don't know. We don't know.
We don't know. He kind of looks like Deadpool now, so it makes sense.
He might have fought Wolverine. He might have fought Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, I can believe it. But he was the writer of Atomic Rex and Chimera Scourge of the Gods. It was a nice conversation, but he couldn't come. Sippy couldn't come on that one because he had to was building up the recording booth. But for us, that's no excuse to not show up for an actual decent time. So we felt it was our duty to give him more pain,
as friends do.
Yes. Yeah, I was just gonna say brotherly love right there. Now listen, everybody, you gotta check out Cryptic Collectors. They're on YouTube, so I had the link in the description there. Actually, I just double checked. They're on YouTube, and you guys are pretty much on every podcast platform, right? And I have all the links in there.
Yeah, we're pretty much almost every single podcast platform. There are some that we are not on yet, mainly because we're going through a little bit of an issue when it comes to the websites themselves. Because for one of them, for example, we also had it on Buzzsprout for a little bit, but for some reason they took that down because of a certain rule with uploads. So I had to recreate the account and then upload.
We are not on Apple, but we're on Spotify. We're on Amazon.
Yeah.
But my theory is our movies we were reviewing was so bad they just couldn't handle it.
I could believe that.
I can't blame them, but you know,
neither can I, to be quite frank.
Yeah. Oh, we also reviewed a comic by Kevin Smith's team. If you ever seen Comic Book Men, that was an ordeal.
Yeah, we reviewed the Cryptozoic Man. Actually, that was the season finale. It was called Oops, All Cryptids, and that one we looked at that as well as Lost Tapes.
Nice.
Yep. Both of which were a trip.
Yeah.
And how many episodes do you guys plan on doing for season 2? Do you guys have like a stack of episodes like lined up that you guys are gonna produce soon, or what's the plan for this year? How for the rest of 2024?
So it depends on how it's going to go for us when it comes to scheduling, because the because mainly we originally started this around last February, and we mostly kept ourselves consistent at that time, but unfortunately due to life events and as well as personal things going on with all of us, it was kind of hard to keep up with everything, so we ended up being a lot later than we were expecting to.
Yeah. Honestly,
but we pretty much have just like. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm surprised how well we kept organized when I was working a night shift. Honestly, that blew my mind looking back.
Jay knows all about that.
Yeah. Luckily that
So we pretty much have like all 10 episodes for season 2. Stacked up and ready to go. It's just a matter of one for us to get together and watch the movie or whatever, or show or whatever.
Yeah, and we have to find the movies too. What I do is I just go on Tubi and see what pops up.
Yeah,
it works
most of the time. Yeah, most of the times though, like sometimes I pitch in and I buy some digital copies and I just send it to these chuckleheads so we can watch the movie for ourselves. And
every time I recommend something, he says no.
Yeah, most of the times because you bring me something that's going to bring more pain to it. Like, reviewing the sequel to Alligator, which I was flat out refusing on that.
Say you also refuse the sequel to Creature, to the Boggy Creek, whatever it was, the first one.
Oh yeah, Boggy Creek 2. Yeah, that one. There's no reason to watch that.
People don't watch reviews for good movies. I keep telling you this.
I was gonna say, is it hard to go in looking for deep cuts and gloss over the overbearing hits that are out there?
Well,
the sad thing is, it's just really not a whole lot of really good cryptid movies.
That's the thing. And the other thing is that there's not many adaptations of said cryptids out there. For example, with a character like the Mothman, since Shay brought this up earlier, you'd think a character with a concept like him, like it, where it's potentially a omen of death that possibly caused the bridge to collapse, and has become a huge pop culture celebrity around that area. You'd think there would be more film adaptations, but no, there's very few of them.
Yeah, and don't come at me about it or whatever, but I think they could have found somebody a little better than Richard Gere to try to bring people to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big issue with the Mothman prophecy was the fact they made it in modern day, at the time, modern day, which really, was weird because despite what you think about the Mothman, the bridge collapsing was a historical event. That actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was one problem. The other problem, too, is that I respect the movie for it going a more artistic route, but it doesn't really help when the actors just kind of they're taking it seriously, but it's kind of to the point when it just feels kind of dry.
Yeah, I think the Mothman prophecies would do better as a video game adaptation than anything. I can see a psychological horror game going over really well with that type of substance.
Maybe some kind of like the old Telltale games.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I can see that. And it's also telling when the Lost Tapes episode of the Mothman was a far better adaptation than the Mothman prophecies.
Yeah, Lost Tapes is also too, but among the one good one, there's 10 weird ones.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's my most prominent cryptid experience. Super Mario 64.
Oh yeah,
I know where you're going with this. Yeah. Big goddamn eel.
Yeah, and then I think you got butt stomp it 3 times, and then you ride on top of its head to get the star or something. I don't know. It's been a while since we played Since I played Mario 64. We will play it on Twitch someday, Joe. But yeah. But that's my Loch Ness experience. I haven't encountered one, but that's my.
Just beware of the killer piano, whatever you do.
Yes.
You know what?
You know where I'm going with that.
That did scare the fuck out of me. That jump scare got me the first time.
It still gets me any single time I pop it in.
Although I can't think of Super Mario 64 without thinking of throwing a penguin off a cliff.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Although actually,
who didn't do this though?
Yeah, who didn't? That's a better question.
What saint? What god among men didn't?
And if they didn't, they're a bunch of pussies.
Yes.
Or liars.
That too. But this time, however, for season 2, we actually do have some pretty good episodes in the works. So one of them is going to be another one of Urban Versus. We're going to be talking about the 1991 classic Tremors, and additionally, we are going to be talking about the 1960 film Onibaba.
Love Onibaba. I absolutely love Onibaba. That's one.
It kind of blew my mind finding out that actually is an urban legend.
Yeah, technically, so it's kind of in the middle of urban legend and mythology, so it definitely counts.
Apparently is another one that actually is an urban legend. I thought it was just a movie, but apparently
For those who've not seen the movie, I believe it's still on HBO Max.
For now.
And also it's on the Criterion channel, I believe.
Yeah, because HBO lost the Criterion collection, so...
Yeah, they also got rid of 99% of their animated DC movies.
Yeah.
God, that aggravated me so much.
If that isn't any more reason why you guys should not keep your subscriptions, please do so now. Get rid of them because
I can't. I still haven't watched the.
I was having this conversation with Jay earlier. I think it was yesterday, where they kind of contract stuff out to other streaming platforms, so they'll give back and forth to Netflix and stuff like that. So it might be.
I did notice that because both Batman anime series and Justice League were on Netflix.
Yeah, in fact,
I remember that.
All of, and I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but all of the Tim Burton Batman films are supposed to be leaving in January.
For God's sake!
So I think they're getting ready to, push Joker 2 onto it when it.
I said they wanted to focus on the Gunverse
and the Penguin show and all that stuff. So. Although they're making room for the new stuff to come to it, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Now watch as all those new stuff they do flop, and then they're losing more money out of it, and then they don't have any of the old shoulder bang back on.
I'm sure they'll find a way to fuck it up. They usually do.
I have no faith for the new Superman after seeing how Guy Gardner looks.
Yeah.
Why does the Justice League need to wear matching outfits?
Yeah.
All right.
They're not the Fantastic Four.
My thing is. And again, I'm still a little bitter that they pulled the plug on Snyder the way they did. But here's the thing. Everybody bitched and moaned that DC and Snyder did the shortcut and brought in all these heroes into the DCEU too fast while, Marvel slowly built them up. But here we are going to the quote-unquote gun DC universe.
Yeah.
And we're going into a Superman movie where superheroes already exist before Superman and,
Yeah, now here's
you just said Guy Gardner and you got Mr. Terrific and they're throwing in all these
Yeah, I don't know what's up with James Gunn's obsession with B and C list characters. This new line of films he's planning, there's only 2 A-list characters, no Wonder Woman at all.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess
if
if
you're
they're
gonna do a DC, you gotta do Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman.
Right.
That's the Trinity.
Yeah, at
Superman,
least do the
they're
Trinity.
doing Supergirl, okay, Supergirl, but
Yeah. Well, the fun thing is, they originally DC was going to do a shared universe before Marvel did. Around the time of the Dark Knight trilogy, they were planning a Justice League movie that would spin off into multiple different their own franchises.
Yeah.
Right, and the main reason why that didn't turn out so well was because of the poor reception of Superman Returns, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, and how well the Dark Knight trilogy was doing.
Yeah.
Right, because those movies were doing pretty well, critically wise. I don't think they were the best financially. They weren't failures
this is
or anything.
the first time they've done shared universe. I don't know if you remember back in the 70s and 80s and stuff, but they had Hulk Thor crossovers and stuff.
Yep.
Horrible, but they did have them.
Yep.
And of course, the Universal Monsters, that technically counts.
Yeah.
True.
Toho.
Yeah, Godzilla, yeah.
Okay, so I have to do
Toho.
this since we have you here, Ace. And I'm sorry I gotta bring this up, but since we're talking superheroes and comic books, I know that
All
you
right,
are
let's
one of the
get
most
into it.
passionate Crow fans I've ever met. And then just a few weeks ago, we had a quote-unquote remake of The Crow starring Jared Leto. Excuse me, not Jared Leto.
Boy.
The
Bill Skarsgård.
There.
Yeah.
Actually, I swear Jared Leto would have looked better. That's the sad part.
But Ace, go ahead. I'm gonna give you the floor.
Like,
go ahead and rank. What? First and foremost, go ahead and tell everybody how much of a Crow fan you are, and then tell them, your experience watching the new Crow.
He is the Crow. That's how big of a fan he is.
I have a crow on my shoulder as we speak.
Yeah, he's an emo RoboCop. That's how much.
Wait. So then would I be like a Panzer cop then from Stray Dog?
Yeah, no, you're RoboCop, but you play Nirvana.
I don't know. He's been resurrected at least 10 times this week.
Probably, yeah. With me working at the post office, I have been resurrected more than 10 times this week. But first of all, let me correct you on something there, Jay. So many of us have now started not calling the Crow remake the Crow. We've instead given it the nickname the Goon. Now, here's a little.
Which is the name of an actual comic, by the way. That I'm sure.
No, you're not. But for some context here, guys. So in the movie, there's a scene where quote unquote Eric is wearing a shirt called Goon on in the back. And Goon is a slang for masturbating.
Oh.
So now, because of how we all believe how the making of the movie is, we've now officially renamed it The Goon.
There you go.
Now, to go into the god-awful Goon movie, so, okay, look. I've been a huge fan of the original 1994 film. I think we talked about it last time. That's my favorite film of all time.
Yeah.
And I love the original graphic novel for its dreamlike atmosphere, for its characters, for the art, for the passion that James O'Barr brings to the story. And look, I have absolutely no problem for more Crow stuff. New movie, new comics, fine. There's always a lot of stories you could tell with that simple of a concept. But here's the thing. If you're going to do a film adaptation, you got to be either one of two things. Either one, make something completely new. There's plenty of great comics out there to read and base off of, like Skinning of the Wolves, which is basically Schindler's List but with the Crow in it. Or Crow Cure, which is a lot more of a different story because it involves a cop killing the people that shot a little girl, and that little girl becomes a crow of sorts.
And there's plenty of crows besides Eric too, so.
Yeah, exactly. There's plenty of different crows that you can adapt off of and make money off of. But to bring up another one, since everybody nowadays is all about, representation of and all that such, and diversity and all that, there's a Crow comic called Crow Pestilence, which is basically Matt Murdock's father as a crow, and he's also a Mexican boxer.
Nice, I can get behind that.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Like,
yeah.
But again, or if you want to do something involving Eric, just make a faithful version of the original comic. That's what they wanted. That's what I'm not sure if you guys remember this. Do you remember the news a long time ago where Luke Evans was on role to play the Crow in the movie?
I didn't follow it that much to know that, but that's cool.
Yeah, I know there's been. I know Bradley Cooper was attached to it at one point. Jason Momoa was attached to it, and then. We had the
Jason Momoa was not allowed to wear makeup. I saw him in a movie where he wore makeup and a top hat, and he looked like a buff Rob Zombie, and it scared me.
There actually is demo footage out there of Jason Momoa is the Crow. He's not bad. He doesn't look bad looking, but again, like it just looked like they were trying to do Eric again. But
I thought he'd look like Lobo with that kind of makeup.
Yeah, he looked very much like Lobo. Again, I think he could be a really good Crow. Just give him a different Crow to work with, not Eric. And I know that from what I heard, it was a different story too, but that's a whole other conversation. I don't want to get
it was in production hell for like at least a decade.
Yeah, because like I said, it went through multiple different variations of what I was trying to do. One that I was going to mention was that they had a Spanish director on board with Luke Evans starring as Eric, and they wanted to do a completely like page by page like retelling of the original Crow graphic novel with all the dreamlike atmosphere, the Skull Cowboy included, the rhyme, everything.
Yeah, but Ace, you need to realize Hollywood hates comic accuracy. That's why in the new Fantastic Four we're getting a female Silver Surfer and not the many female heralds Galactus had.
Oh yes, of course. Because in this day and age, we can't have something that's faithful for the source material and can be.
If for some weird reason Hollywood keeps on thinking Pedro Pascal, whatever his name is an attractive man, he's not. That's a reason he played the Mandalorian. You didn't see that face.
I mean,
and
I like him. I just don't know.
Iron
Yeah, I just don't see him as Reed Richards either.
I just don't see him as Reed Richards. I think he's a great actor. Plus, he's from New York. He's a cool dude. But I don't know. As Reed Richards, it's just I can't.
I see him more as Doom potentially if they wanted to go that route.
I still want Henry Cavill. I still want a Henry Cavill as Doom.
I think. Well, I had a couple ones. There were, I would say, meet Mickelson. And would be a good one, and Adam Driver.
Okay, I can see Adam Driver.
Oh, I need to tell you guys this. Since we're talking about casting for villains, there is a rumor who's going to be playing Skeletor in the live-action He-Man.
Oh,
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
No.
Yep.
Oh,
to be fair, at least you don't have to see his face.
Yeah.
Wait, but does that mean we're gonna see like a new like Morbius style meme with Skeletor? He's gonna scale.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, he's going from Joker to Morbius to Skeletor. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh,
He's
boy.
falling up.
Just trying everything. He's trying to throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. But yeah, as far as casting for Doctor Doom, I'm still confused on the whole RDJ situation.
I'm trying to figure: is he going to be Victor Von Doom or an alternate version of Tony Stark that became?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't know. They have different avenues they could go.
If they did this, what I like is maybe Tony Stark as a baby, what was taken in by Doom's mother from the comics, and she raised him as that universe's Victor Von Doom.
Well, I do know there's a comic out there. I mentioned it on one of our previous streams that there's a comic adaptation where it's almost like an Elseworlds thing, like a what if situation, where instead of Victor Von Doom rooming with Reed Richards, he rooms with Tony Stark, and they have this idea to do this experiment where they swap consciousness, and Tony Stark becomes Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom becomes Iron Man. So I don't know how that works, but
fellas, there's just one problem. What you all described are good ideas, and that's not what Marvel wants nowadays.
I mean, the bottom line is it's a desperate. I understand they had success with Deadpool. I get it, but as the MCU as a whole, it's what they have
Trash.
not sustainable. So this is like a desperation move.
The only successful ones they had were two movies that technically weren't even MCU, which is Spider-Man No Way Home and Deadpool and Wolverine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And Deadpool and Wolverine was basically a love letter to Fox.
Yeah.
So, like early 2000 superheroes.
And when it comes to TV shows and streaming originals, there's only like three that I personally genuinely like, which was Moon Knight, Werewolf
that was
by Night,
great.
and the first season of What If.
Yeah.
Yeah, and God help us when we get Daredevil Born Again. I am very trepidous.
I'm more scared of Agatha, that new Agatha series, because they want to give the C-listers their own series now.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine, but we all know what they're really going to use it for.
Mm-hmm.
No one's excited for this. A lot of people were surprised it was still happening. I know it went through 9 name changes during his whole process.
Yeah. Now they're talking about Armored Wars and Blade about to be canceled too.
Yeah, rumor has it they're just gonna do a Wesley Snipes Blade. I was like, that's probably gonna make more money. I'm just saying.
I don't know if Wesley Snipes will get his own movie, but I think he'll appear in like Secret Wars and something else. Like I'm sure he's gonna be part. That they're going to bring him in for more multiverse.
I do know Ryan Reynolds.
I have a feeling that Marvel is doing a phase build up to Secret Wars. That's basically what all the movies until that are building to. And Secret Wars, I don't know if it has enough draw. Like,
hey, you guys remember the multiverse saga when that was happening in the Kang Dynasty?
Yeah.
How well that fell apart in like 2 years.
Yeah. Kang will return. Nope.
Although we did say previously, I think it was with Robert Mayer Burnett, we did say that Kang, being as versatile as he is, can be anyone. So you could literally cast anyone.
Yeah, that's why I don't get. Why didn't they just get the one universe Kang that didn't, look like Kang?
Yeah, like they could have literally casted anybody to be Kang at this point. At this point, it's Kang will return after he gets out of jail.
Yeah, which, hey, as a villain, that's not really a bad idea.
But do you think they're gonna kill off Kang off screen, or do you think they're just gonna ignore he existed?
I have no idea.
They're gonna ignore
him.
They're gonna push that Doom narrative really hard.
I really hope they ignore it, and then just out of nowhere, Ant-Man, who's the only one that knows Kang exists, is like, oh yeah, that was something I need to tell you.
And I know they keep pushing Doctor Doom, but there is a bigger threat out there, and I really want to see a live-action Galactus to see what that's like. So,
well, apparently,
I think Galactus is going to be in. Isn't Galactus?
Yep, he's going to be the main villain in the Fantastic Four. Now, my issue with that is Galactus is not a first movie character.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been Mole Man, and it should have been Danny DeVito playing.
Galactus, Silver Surfer, and probably a Doctor Doom, Robert Downey Jr. post-credit scene. Like, They're really cramming in.
Now, a buddy of mine pointed this out.
But like, Fantastic Four doesn't even have like a good reputation as far as like movie adaptations go, regardless of how you feel about the other ones. Like they're really banking on this Fantastic Four movie to be a hit or to be good, and if it isn't,
and it's tough.
That's gonna spell trouble for the.
They haven't had a hit Fantastic Four since the first one.
Yeah, they haven't had a good Fantastic Four since The Incredibles.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely down with that. Definitely down.
Though there's two things they need to do for Fantastic Four. One, they need to stop trying to make it a superhero story. The Fantastic Four aren't superheroes; they're actually adventurers. That was the whole point of the comics originally. That's why their arch enemy is a guy.
They're closer to mutants than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and two,
they're actually probably closer to X-Men than they are to like Avengers and shit.
And two, instead of Galactus, it should have been Mole Man, and he should be played by Danny DeVito.
Oh my god.
All he's got to do is just like do his like scene from Always Sunny in Philadelphia where he's the trash man.
I was gonna say I need an Always Sunny movie just around Trash Man.
I mean that would be a gift from God, but unfortunately God does not like us.
Yeah.
If so, we would have had that Trash Man movie a long time ago.
Well, yeah, we're already talking about that.
Actually, on the subject of something random, I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen this video floating around. So somebody made like a scene, like you know the scene like where there's somebody robbing the bank inside like the store, and he just goes, "Everybody stay calm. I'll handle this." Yes. So here's what somebody did. Somebody edited that scene, and then it cuts to Venom showing up, and it's Danny DeVito as Venom. Yes. I'm gonna shove my fist right into your ass, hard and fast. What the hell are you? The face shows up. I'm the Trash Man, and then he just eats him.
Oh, speaking of Venom,
I guess the new Venom trailer dropped today, but I
was about to say it. Apparently, Norman Reedus is going to be playing Null in it. I'm not sure if this is true, but Norman Reedus from Walking Dead,
I don't even know if Norman Reedus can save that, to be honest.
Now, I'm still excited for it because I like the Venom movies. They aren't great. The one thing that aggravates me is the names of the last two films. You know, Let There Be Carnage, not Carnage Rules or Maximum Carnage.
Yeah,
which would have made a lot more sense.
And this last one's called Venom Last Dance, not The King in Black or something related to Null.
Yeah,
which I guess
supposed to be their last run with it. So
yeah, that I was about to say it's supposed to be their last run with it, but you could have called it like something else that would have related to Null.
Well, that might not be true. Rumor has it Spider-Man 4 would the one that was supposed to be in the street level and all that. Yeah, no, it's gonna have the multiverse in it.
I'm talking like last feature film for Venom.
Yeah,
it might not be his last appearance, but it'd be his last feature film.
Yeah, not to mention
I heard that they were gonna do an animated.
Home didn't the symbiote like make it to Spider-Man's like universe or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah, like a small.
Yeah,
bit
they have that in the new Venom movie. It actually showcases that at the bar and all that. So they figured out a way to contain it or something. They drew off of that to tie the loose ends up, but I don't know if they're doing a very good job of it.
Oh, so you guys remember in Deadpool Wolverine, they mentioned the concept of anchor characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, if they the original plan for the Kang Dynasty was they were going to get all the world's anchors to fight against the Kangs because they're supposed to be the strongest in their universe. Yeah. I'm kind of hoping Morbius is the anchor of the Sony universe. Not Venom, Morbius.
See, I've said this before that once they implemented anchor beings and everything, they should find a way to unravel the multiverse and make all the movies in Marvel be back to one character centered movies.
Yeah, that is probably what they're going to be doing.
They're too far gone at this point.
Yeah. That's probably what they're going to be doing, though, because the Secret Wars they're doing is the newer Secret Wars, not the good one.
Yeah. Of course it's not the good one.
Yeah, and apparently the original plan for the Kang Dynasty was going to be all three Spider-Men, Hugh Jackman Wolverine, and Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider. I would have liked the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider. That would have been cool to see.
They tried to get for whatever reason, I don't know what happened, but they did try to get him in Deadpool and Wolverine, but for whatever reason didn't happen.
They tried to get a bunch of people. They tried to get RDJ to reprise Iron Man in there as a variant, and the reason they didn't do it is because they already knew about the whole
about the Doom,
so they didn't want to.
Yeah. When Nick Cage, I assume it might have been a budget thing for the Ghost Rider effects.
Possibly.
Yeah, well, that too, and I've also heard it was a scheduling issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah, I would have liked Ben Affleck as Daredevil. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
They did
do the
reference
knock
him, though.
at him.
Yep.
Yeah, they did do the knock.
Or all 3 Punishers.
Yeah.
Like 3, right?
Well, unfortunately, one of them you couldn't really do because unfortunately he's not anymore. Unfortunately.
Oh, that hasn't stopped Hollywood yet.
And I don't know if Dolph Lundgren can suit up like that anymore.
Probably not.
So I know Joe's got to bounce pretty soon.
Oh, okay, right.
So while we we'll still hang out and stuff like that, but let's at least let's reveal our plans for Cheesy Movies for Charity 3. All right, guys. So for starters, everyone, hold on, I just gotta. All right, so for starters, everyone, Cheesy Movies for Charity 3 will be Saturday, December 14th, starting at noon. It's actually the day before my birthday, so Saturday, December 14th at noon will be Cheesy Movies for Charity 3. We're gonna be donating money, raising money for St. Jude's again. We're gonna be our hard goal is gonna be $2,000. All right, $2,000, and I will chop all this long hair off. I'm sorry, my hair's all in a bun right now because my hair is wet. But yeah, that's the goal. $2,000 and my hair is gone.
Yeah. Does that go for the hair on the head and the face?
No, the beard stays.
Yeah, the beard stays. The beard stays.
You gotta draw a line somewhere.
So, first 5 people that donate $100 to St. Jude's, and it's gonna be through the Tiltify app, which will be in the link of the when we're live and stuff. First 5 people that donate $100 will get a NerdCage Live T-shirt of their choice. The first 2 people that donate $250 will get a NerdCage Live hoodie. So if we get all of that, that's $1,000 right there. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna drop some of my own money. So I think we can get the $2,000 easy.
And if you pay me $10, I will personally come over to Jay's house and shave off the beard myself.
As he strokes his beard.
As he strokes his beard.
The donation link will actually be live the day before. We're actually gonna we're gonna be doing the marathon on Saturday the 14th, but the 13th, Friday the 13th, December. Wow, it's Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, the link will be live, so people can start donating live the day before. The day.
Yeah. So if you have a scheduling conflict or something. Yeah, if you have a scheduling conflict, something like that, then you can donate a day before if you'd like, just to have your name out there.
And I did that on purpose because that's when Fridays is when people get paid. So I did that on purpose. So Friday is typically payday for most people. So the Friday, the link will be live. You can donate before we even do the movie marathon. So that should be a lot of goddamn fun. So what movies will we be watching, Joe? Do you got it memorized or no?
I believe I have most of it memorized. We're going to start out at noon.
And boom, there it is on screen, everybody.
Surf Ninjas, that's streaming on Tubi.
Yes, so we start off with Surf Ninjas, which is available on Tubi. After Surf Ninjas, Joe.
Yes, we're going to do Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone.
Yes! Arm wrestling, baby! And then at 4 p.m., Joe, the most bizarre sequel ever made.
Yes, Highlander 2, The Quickening. Aliens and all.
And then, of course, right there in the middle at 6 p.m., since we were just talking about Venom, here's part of the Venomverse.
Yes. Madam Web.
The Sony anchor being.
Neither me or Jay has seen it yet, so that'll be a first for us.
Yeah, I saved myself for you guys, so we're gonna be watching Madam Web together. Now that's on Netflix, so all these movies are streamed. So Surf Ninjas is on Tubi, Over the Top's on Tubi, Highlander's on YouTube, Madam Web's on Netflix, and then finally, Joe, riddle me this.
Yes, Batman Forever.
Yep. So Batman Forever is the finale. Boom. There we go. So yeah, so guys, do you have any memories of let's start with Surf Ninjas, guys. You guys any have I've never seen Surf Ninjas, so I'm kind of like scared to watch it, but do you guys have any memories or fondness or any stories to tell about Surf Ninjas?
You know, it was like yesterday when I first heard of Surf Ninjas, but in reality it was today when I first heard of it.
Well, I do have one thing to say. Surf Ninjas was a light promotion for the Sega Game Gear.
Yep.
He plays the video game in Surf Ninjas, and it becomes reality, which is kind of funny.
I recall. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
These VR troopers, but as VR troopers, but with surfing.
Yeah.
And Rob Schneider, what can we say, man?
Oh God, no.
I was about to say, like, I actually do remember like the box art and maybe like the trailer for it, but I mainly know it from Good Bad Flicks constantly talking about Surf Ninjas.
Yeah. I used to watch it.
It's got a cast.
It does.
Certainly has a fucking cast, and I don't know. I actually just watched the trailer for it today, and I'm like, oh God, when I get myself.
I don't want to watch this.
I might actually just watch it.
I was kind of pressured.
It's not worth it. What's wrong with you?
I may just be watching it for the ending when they sing Bob Rand.
But hey, it's a good way to kick it off. Now, Over the Top. Come on now.
Now, funny thing on this one, I don't remember the movie itself, but I remember it was parodied to death back in the 90s. Like, even Dexter's Lab did a whole arm wrestling contest thing.
That's just it.
Oh,
like,
yeah, with Dexter's dad, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Sylvester Stallone playing a truck driver, and he goes into an underground world of arm wrestling. Like, come on.
Yeah, I'm surprised this wasn't Steven Seagal.
Make all the faces. Like, it's gonna be fun.
I'm a little upset this wasn't Steven Seagal. This sounds like his kind of movie.
I mean, yeah, you know what? I wouldn't mind doing a Steven Seagal movie, but I don't want to do like a terrible one. We gotta do one that's like enjoyable.
But you can't find one, so.
Well, to be fair, I think his first two movies, what Missing in Action and what was the other one?
Under Siege?
Yes, like those are decent. Like, but after everything after that, no.
Does the time he hosts Saturday Night Live count as a movie?
What about his appearance in South Park? Does that count?
Yeah. I mean, that's probably one of his best appearances. Hopefully for Over the Top, Joe, hopefully we can get Chris Bummery of Joe Blow to join us. I already told him that.
That would be nice.
Chris, you better fucking... So Chris is like the biggest Stallone fan, and he's interviewed Stallone on Joe Blow like 3 times. So... hopefully Chris from Joe Blow shows up for this movie, because we have to watch it with him. And you know Chris is going to be coming in with all these fun facts about this movie. So hopefully by the time 2 o'clock rolls in. 2 o'clock rolls in for Over the Top, we can get Chris Bummery to join us. Now, the next movie, guys, this one's a doozy. I'm a huge Highlander fan. The movies, the TV show, everything. I love Highlander, but Highlander 2 might be the most bizarre sequel ever made. It's such a misfire. Like,
it's the Crystal Skull of Highlander. Literally, in this case.
This should be an interesting watch. Like, that Highlander 2 is so goddamn bizarre. From the goddamn shield to protect the planet, Immortals coming from another planet. You have a very good cast in there. Christopher Lambert, Virginia Madsen, Sean Connery, Michael Ironside, who all have done decent work. And you got the original director, Russell McCrary,
Mulcahy.
Yes, who also did Resident Evil 3. He's a good director. He's directed Queen videos. Yeah. So, like, on paper, like, they have a good cast, a good director. How the fuck did they do this movie? Like, this movie, it's mind-blowing. It's such a weird movie, and it's so bad, but you have all these great cast members in it. Like,
now, when you say Resident Evil 3, do you mean the video game or the movie?
The movie. He did the third Resident Evil movie.
I say when everything just went away from the video games entirely.
No. Extinction's the third one, Jay.
Oh, Extinction. Okay.
Yeah, when they just went completely away from the video games entirely.
Yeah.
When they started giving her superpowers.
Yeah,
well, not just that,
but
they brought. That's the movie that brought in Claire and it brought in Wesker.
Say what you want about the movies, but they got Wesker down visually.
Oh, they did. Certainly did. The only way I could see a better live action Wesker.
I'm just saying, he's a good. Generally speaking, he's a good director. Highlander 1's one of the greatest movies of all time. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. This movie's just off the wall. Like, don't get me wrong. There's moments in the movie I like, but like, it's just this movie's just so fucking bad that not only that they remade it like 3 times, the third Highlander movie completely ignored it, and rebooted. Like, not rebooted, but the third Highlander movie ignores the second movie and it's just a direct sequel to the first movie. That's how bad this second movie fucking was.
It basically is the reverse Puss in Boots movie, where like the second one was this amazing thing and the first one was, DreamWorks, which is generic DreamWorks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although it should also be mentioned that it wouldn't be the first time that Mulcahy's made something weird, because remember his very first movie. His second feature film was about a giant killer pig. Yeah, Razorback, the giant killer pig.
Yeah, I've never seen that, truth be told. I've seen like trailers of it and like I've seen movies like YouTube videos of it, but I actually never seen the actual movie. But yeah, you're right.
It's a crazy ass movie. Yeah, it's a crazy ass movie in a good way though. I would say it's in a good way.
Pork it.
What's that?
No, unfortunately.
And I say it's the tagline, let's pork it.
No. Yeah,
unfortunately, no.
Yeah. But yeah, Highlander 2 is definitely a head scratcher. And then finally, at 6 o'clock, we're gonna watch Madam Web. And I haven't seen it, so Ace.
Neither have I.
So Ace, CrookedLore, have you guys seen Madam Web? What were your thoughts on that?
I seen Morbius. I pretty much had the idea of Madam Web. And keep in mind, I actually liked Morbius. So the fact that I didn't want to see Madam Web should say something.
All right.
And as for my thoughts, here we are. Okay, moving on.
Okay, so nobody's here seen Madam Web. All right. So
that's saying a lot.
So I figured. Oh, here's the thing. So TabMug99 and Tyler from Joe Blow said that the moment they both told me, like, when they saw Madam Web, they're like, yo, save that for Cheesy Movies for Charity 3. And I'm like, you got it. And plus, keeping in the theme of superheroes, like, yeah, let's do, the first year of Cheesy Movies for Charity, we did 2 superhero flicks. So this year we're doing the same thing. We're doing 2 superhero flicks back to back. Madam Web, which I haven't seen. And then finally we close with one that everybody has seen. That's Batman Forever.
Yes.
Yeah, eventually you guys need to add Man-Thing to this. If anyone remembers that Sci-Fi Channel original movie.
Yes.
Well, year 1 we did Batman and Robin. Year 2 we did Batman 1966. So it was only appropriate we do Batman Forever to close out the whole thing, and hopefully we slam our $2,000 goal. For me, Batman Forever was my introduction to Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, of course.
Don't get me wrong, there's stuff I enjoy about the movie, but I think what's more fascinating about the movie is the fact that Tommy Lee Jones hated Jim Carrey on set. Meanwhile, Tommy Lee Jones is making a bigger ass of himself than Jim Carrey did in that movie.
Yeah, wasn't this the one with Two-Face in it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't it weird that, Billy D. Williams played the character in the first movie, and then they just kind of ignored that was him?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
like, that was probably one of the worst examples of whitewashing I have ever seen in a movie.
I would have loved to see
Billy D. Williams would have been awesome in that universe.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I would have loved to have seen him as Two-Face. He would have been great.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, we did get the comics adapted.
Fortunately, I do have to dip out, Jay, but so I don't know if you want placeholder ready or not. But
yeah. Let me get this placeholder ready, and then Joe can bounce.
But stay tuned, everyone, because we do have a giant announcement at the end of the show.
Are you allowed to show that on here?
I know what you're getting at.
Alright, hold on. I'm trying to... Hang on, Joe. I'm trying to get this on my phone here. Okay, alright, Joe. You can bounce now.
Alright. I will see everybody tomorrow for Max Payne. Or it's
Saturday.
Saturday.
We're going to be doing Max Payne Saturday.
I'm getting ahead of myself. But Saturday, I will see you guys for Max Payne. So, good night, everybody.
Alright, let me just put this placeholder in, guys.
Alright.
Okay,
we're good.
So,
you kind of echo.
Yeah.
I know it's my phone here. Sorry, I got killed this echo here.
I don't know
why I'm getting. I don't know why I'm getting this echo here. My phone keeps.
Hold
on.
I'm just gonna
bury my phone.
All right. There we go. So, Robin Williams was actually supposed to play the Riddler. He turned it down because he was mad that he didn't get to play the Joker in the first movie, so Jim Carrey wound up playing it.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of weird choices they wanted for the Joker in the first movie. They even wanted David Bowie as the Joker at one point.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Tim Curry was a shoot-in for the Joker as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think that would be the second time he tried auditioning for the Joker.
Yeah, that guy couldn't get it's sad because he would have been an amazing Joker.
Sadly, the demo they had of him in Batman the Animated Series was not that great.
It wasn't. Yeah, in fact, you were the one that showed me that CrookedLore. But yeah, I think Robin Williams would have been perfect for that universe. He would have been a perfect Riddler.
Oh yeah.
Jim Carrey just acted too goofy to be the Riddler, but I don't know. Batman Forever I think Batman Forever it's not good, but it's fun, and I think Val Kilmer is okay.
Yeah. My dream Riddler, if we're going for like the game show host looking Riddler, David Tennant.
Yeah, absolutely.
And but you need like the actual game show host looking one with the suit, the hat, and all that.
Yeah, and additionally, I also feel bad for like Joe Schumacher because that movie, from what I understand, was going to be a lot darker and a lot more complicated. But unfortunately, due to Warner Brothers kind of shooting him down, his director's cut is currently in the vault somewhere at Warner Brothers. So I kind of hope that we can be able to see his proper vision come into life one day.
Yeah, I know Kevin Smith was showing the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever at one point. I wanted to go because it was in New Jersey, which is not too far of a drive for me. It's like 4 hours, 5 hours maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go, but I couldn't make that damn trip. But I'm hoping if Kevin Smith has his hands on the goddamn movie, then I'm sure Warner Brothers will release at least put it on HBO Max or something at some point.
Yeah, one lost movie I hope so. Was that. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Ace.
No, go ahead. I just wanted to make that point.
I said one last movie I'd really like to see was the Scratch Fantastic Four film that was made just so Fox could keep the license to Fantastic Four.
Yeah, honestly, I think the 2005 version's not that bad.
I liked it. I actually thought the cast was good.
Yeah, I just think the Silver Surfer one was awful, but the first one wasn't that bad. And then the 2015 one with Kate Mara, woof.
Sadly, they never got Doctor Doom down in any of those films. And Doctor Doom's my favorite Marvel villain too. That's the sad part.
Yeah. So it's hard. The thing is, it's hard for me to get excited for the new Fantastic Four movie. Although I will say the behind-the-scenes photos of the Thing looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, the Thing looks great. It's probably the most comic accurate looking version of him.
Yeah. Too bad we're not going to be able to see that again.
Oh no, yeah. Say that's going to be CGI'd or something
Yeah, motion capture most likely.
Yeah, which I don't get. They could easily make that into an outfit. They've done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that costs too much money. It's better just to, not pay the special effects artist.
I mean,
Yeah.
I thought for sure they were going to CGI the shit out of the thing for this new movie. I'm glad they're doing it practical, so...
So far.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
And also, the fact that it's in... I don't have a problem with the movie being set in the 60s. My problem is it's set in another universe, so it's just like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, my issue is why the 60s and why a whole even if it is in the 60s, why a whole other universe entirely? And anyway, it's not going to conflict with any storyline.
What I would have done was I just would have pulled a Planet of the Apes, like set the movie in the 60s, and then when they come back to Earth, like when they fly into space and they come back to Earth, they come back, post Endgame. That's how I would have done it.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of like
a better version of
the first Captain America.
Yeah, exactly, sort of.
Yeah, or a better version of the Eternals.
Speaking of the Eternals, that got scrapped too. The second one got scrapped.
Yep.
Good riddance.
That was by far the worst Marvel movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, what they should. What was worst part? The worst part is that should have been a Thanos movie before they did Endgame. Instead of doing Captain Marvel, they should have mixed Eternals with a Thanos movie because they're connected. That's the whole point of Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot of really interesting lore for Thanos in the movies that really aggravated me. Like the fact that the reason Thanos became the Mad Titan was because he was criticized for how he looked. Because he looked nothing like the other Eternals. Basically, Thanos is Darkseid and the Eternals were the new gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, that's effort and that's taking too much. And speaking of which, I meant to ask, since I wasn't able to get into this properly, shall I finish off with my rant on the Goon? Because we kind of lost track of that.
We went so far gone. Yeah, let's finish up. So, for those who are just tuning in, Ace is the biggest Crow fan, and the new movie was terrible, and he's calling it the Goon. So that being said, your opinion on the Goon, why it fucked up and why it was bad.
Okay, so here we go. So, here's the thing. This movie is a culmination of what studios particularly think The Crow is about, not what it actually is. What studios think, what Ed Pressman thinks, what the director thinks, what what Miramax or Lionsgate think it is that it's an edgy, emo, bullshit, gothic trash that's good for like action and violence and all that, when that's not The Crow at all. That's, there's heart into the story. It's a gothic, tragic tale of love and loss. And it's about getting a second chance to have, whatever regrets and whatever baggage you have left in the afterlife to be restored and given one more chance to be, properly be left in peace. And that's a story that can be adapted in numerous ways. This movie, however, does not try to do any of that. Instead, it just takes the name and it just tries to spin its own bullshit and mess around with the lore way too much for my liking, to the point when it just kind of feels like it's doing exactly what the studio said they weren't going to do, which was to not one-up the original Crow, which is exactly what they're doing. And it's also a shame because it really wastes a great actor like Bill Skarsgård, who is an ideal choice for Eric Draven, and he is given shit to work with. He is trying so hard, but there's nothing to work with.
And the makeup didn't do him any favors either.
Yeah. Your complaints for this movie are very similar to my complaints for Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh yeah, very similar actually.
Yeah, that was very loosely based on one of my all-time favorite comics called Thor: The God Butcher, which is where Gore actually came from. Who was I forget. I'm drawing a blank on the actor's name here for some reason.
Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale played in it, and he is one of my favorite villains in Marvel because he was such a great character. He's the best representation of a character just consumed by his own hatred, to the point that he just turned against his original goal in the first place. But for some reason, Marvel decided to hire a comedy director to go with this story.
the same comedy director that gave us Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. And the worst part is how Gore actually looked in the movie for me. Because Gore in the comics, he looked menacing. He wore all black and all that. We didn't get that in this movie. He wore all white, looking like a particular type of clown.
Less said about that comparison, the better.
Yeah, it doesn't help that he's bald. Just saying.
No.
I skipped out after the Thor Ragnarok. I had no interest in Love and Thunder. So.
Yeah, just the fact that I knew who was directing it and what story they were and how they were just going to ruin one of my favorite comic books. I just did not want to get involved in that nonsense whatsoever.
Yeah, that's why I've renamed Love and Thunder to Farts and Blunder.
Yeah,
pretty much.
The worst part was people defending it, saying, well, you can't just put a lot of makeup on an actor like Christian Bale, and I can't help but think, if he's a good actor, he should be able to work with whatever's given to him. Just saying.
Yeah, and
then
you
also
could easily have him just voice over.
I say also we forgetting that he played 3 movies where he wore a mask.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's not like Oh, go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, going back to the Goon though, like.
Yeah.
Was it 1 through 10? What would you give it?
Fuck. All right. So if I were to rate it out of 10, so I'll give the movie this. The music's fine. You know, music-wise, it's okay.
Did they play Nirvana?
It's no, unfortunately not. It doesn't.
Really, they thought it was emo and everything, but they didn't go with like stereotypical emo music. What's wrong with them?
Go fuck yourself on that regard. But visually, though, it's fine. Like, it definitely at least nails the gothic look to it. Not at all the heart, but it definitely nails the look. But otherwise, it's easily one of the worst reboots I have ever seen in a long time. So if I were to rate it, at most a 1 out of 10. At most.
Would you say it's even worse than the last reboot of Hellboy?
Yeah, actually I would, because here's the thing. At least with that reboot of Hellboy, there was a lot of production issues behind it, and you could tell that was a movie's vision being compromised by somebody who seemingly cared about the comics and a great director behind it. This movie did not have that. It was corporate from beginning to end, from the person they got to direct it, from the studio behind it, and the only thing that wasn't was an actor that really could have made it great, but no.
And it didn't even like crack 10 million. Like it was a flop, and then it's already on streaming apparently, and
yeah, like
now the debate is what movie's worse, The Crow or Borderlands?
Oh, I have not seen Borderlands, but I'll give you guys this for an idea when I went to go see this movie. So I was unfortunately kind of blackmailed to seeing this movie with my friend who needed to watch it because he's a journalist. He has to talk about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And counting myself and my friend, there were 7 people in the theater.
Wow, it was doing gangbusters.
Damn, and you're in New York City, so that's like really like, whoa, what the fuck?
That's bad. If it's in New York, like New York City,
like the #1 market for movies, like the #1 market, basically.
Yeah.
You got 7 people in the theater. Wow.
Yeah, that was literally a nobody, because people were smart to realize, oh yeah, we're not seeing this garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's the debate right now. Is like, what the? Okay, I personally think the worst movie of the year is Civil War. That's my personal opinion, but there's a lot.
Yeah, I heard nothing but bad things.
Crow and Borderlands could be the worst movie of the year.
Yeah, I can't speak when it comes to Civil War or Borderlands, but for me, The Goon is still top spot for now.
For now, still more movies to be seen this year.
Absolutely.
Here's one thing I want to talk about real quick, and we can probably, I think this would be a good segue to our big special guest reveal. So, speaking of Borderlands, video game movies are kind of in like a weird spot right now. We were just talking about off air, we're talking about momentum. So I was saying off air, last year, 2023, we got, basically around the same time too, We got the Super Mario Brothers movie, which was fantastic. I know there's some people who critique it. I thought it was fantastic. I loved it, especially
I enjoy it
as Bowser. And we also got The Last of Us on HBO Max. Like, coming off of like The Last of Us and Mario Brothers movie, I'm like, oh my god, we finally did it. We've peaked. Like, video game movies have like peaked, and now we're on a new plateau. Now
you also have the Mortal Kombat anime movies.
Well, yeah, the Mortal Kombat, the Legend, yeah, Mortal Kombat Legends are good too. Not the 2021 movie. Oy.
No.
Well, I'm just saying.
No.
Like, it felt like video game movies reached a new plateau, and now we're gonna start getting all of these great adaptations, and then fucking Borderlands happens, and we got the trailer for Minecraft, and then it's just like, oh Lord, like what the fuck happened? Like.
And then right between you get Sonic 3, so you get like a really good sandwich, but has terrible bread.
Yeah, I mean, I have no doubt.
Yeah,
that
it's a
Sonic
shit
3 is
sandwich.
Gonna be good. It's just it killed all the momentum. So I'm hoping if anything, maybe around the same time of Sonic 3, I'm hoping Nintendo will at least announce the characters and the plot and the voice actors for the second Mario movie or something, so we can get the.
I hope we get a Luigi's Mansion movie. That'd be great.
I think we'll get a spin-off at some point. But I'm just hoping they'll announce something so to get the video game movie fans back in good graces, I guess. Because Sonic 3 can't do it alone. But I have full faith that Sonic 3 is gonna crush Mufasa. Rest in peace, James Earl Jones.
Yes. That's not gonna be hard though.
But
that's not gonna be hard.
At the same time, the same weekend in December. So like, I'm like, yeah, Sonic's gonna fucking crush this movie.
Yeah, well, Sonic 3 has that Mufasa, and well, Mufasa has. Sonic 3 has Keanu Reeves, Jim Carrey's back. You're loosely adapting one of the best Sonic games. What does Mufasa have? Well, it doesn't have James Earl Jones. I'm sorry. I know. That was dark.
May he rest in peace.
Did they actually use his voice? Because I thought that James Earl Jones sold his voice likeness.
Yes. What I remember was James Earl Jones retired about 2 years ago and sold his voice to be used for AI, particularly for Darth Vader.
Oh, it's just for Vader. Okay, I thought that he just sold.
I don't know if that extended to anything else like Mufasa, but they particularly mentioned for Darth Vader.
Okay.
Yeah, and from what I heard too is that he did do some lines for Kenobi as his like last final role, but like there were parts of it that were still AI.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm not mad at that because he gave his okay, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he at least gave his okay. It's just kind of weird though if they still use it after he died. Like it's one thing if he's still around. Yeah. It's another if he's long been gone and we're still using his voice. That kind of bothers me.
Another thing that's gonna hit Mufasa hard is that new animated Lord of the Rings, just because you have Peter Jackson involved in it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it, not even just for Lord of the Rings, just because it's a 2D animated action movie released theatrically in America. You know how rare that is anymore?
Yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah, that's right. I think what it is, this is just my opinion, I think Warner Brothers is trying their best to
beat out Amazon, how they're doing Lord of the Rings.
Yes, they want to beat out Amazon and then get
that's not gonna be hard
top
though.
of mind again. So when these new movies come out, I think that's the whole point. Is they don't just want to release these new movies; they want to get people excited about Lord of the Rings again. So that's why they're gonna release this animated thing.
Yeah, but I'm hoping this helps more animated movies more than it does Lord of the Rings. I just hope this leads to more action anime movies, or at least 2D anime movies again.
But Crooked, they don't like action animated movies and shows. We know this. They don't
they
like
want to keep on feeding children the same slop, just so children, when they're older, will ask for that same slop.
There you go. They only want that you must consume more product, and then we give you more product, and it will always flourish with more product. Relative media reference right there for anyone who gets that.
But despite what you think of it, it's still probably going to outdo Mufasa just because of Peter Jackson's involvement to a Lord of the Rings movie again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
then also, I say also Mufasa's a prequel to a remake no one wanted, so that's another thing.
Yeah.
That's true.
I never saw the Lion King remake. I never bothered with it. So.
Well, you saw the original. Why would you want to say the? Why would you want to say the?
I mean, if this was an animated Mufasa prequel, I'd probably be like, okay, but
it technically is.
Well, you know what I mean, not the quote-unquote live action animation. I'm talking about like, traditional animation, Disney animation.
Yeah.
If it was that like Mufasa prequel, I'd be like, okay, cool. You know.
Yeah, I'd watch that. That'd be great.
Yeah, that I would watch.
Yeah.
This is just like, yeah, no way.
Yeah, I'll stick with the Lion King 2, thank you.
I'll stick with the Lion King 1.5.
Yeah.
I actually can't believe I remembered that one. All right, so guys, I was gonna say it's 10:45, so I figured now we can drop the bomb here on NerdCage Live.
Do
our
it.
big review
Go ahead.
Here.
Drop the bomb on their chest.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop this goddamn bomb on everybody. Hold on, let me just get let me get my content videos here so I can release the video at the same time as the stream here. So listen, I just want to say that I wish Joe was still here for me to say this, but just saying, you know, we're 4 years deep into NerdCage Live. We're in our 5th season, so we're in our 5th season of NerdCage Live. The fact that people, you know, we do these live streams, we get to connect with people, we get to connect with, you know, content makers like you guys, get to connect with people we never dream of talking to. All right. And if you know me, Mortal Kombat, you know, is a big part of this channel, obviously.
No.
Yeah. And of course, we've had guests across the Mortal Kombat
What?
universe
No.
on our show before. But now, for the first time ever on NerdCage Live, we are having someone from the Mortal Kombat movie from 1995, not the 20, from 1995.
Is it the Goro puppet?
Right here on NerdCage Live, and I'm excited to say that it's happening in about 2 weeks. So, ladies and gentlemen of NerdCage Nation, behold your eyes, feast your eyes to the screen right now as I reveal our next big guest on NerdCage Live, and boom!
It has begun!
You're Arlene, aren't you? Man, I saw you fight in London. You were great. Thanks.
That's right, NerdCage Nation. Sifu Ken Edwards will be joining us right here on NerdCage Live for a live interview with Tabuk99 joining the panel. Thursday, September 26th, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yes! Sifu Ken Edwards, Art Lane from Mortal Kombat 1995, the man that Goro killed, or did he? We'll be on NerdCage Live Thursday, September 26th, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Let's go! What a day to be alive. So yes, I get to share the dream, and not only that, me and Joe get to interview Sifu Ken Edwards, but our friend Tabuk99 will be joining us as well, as we're going to try to really maximize the exposure and get the Mortal Kombat community excited. So, guys, Sifu Ken Edwards, Art Lean, Mortal Kombat 1995. I loved his character. You know why? He was Johnny Cage's pal. That's why he was such an awesome character. All right. Fuck goddamn Cole from Mortal Kombat 2021. No one gives a shit about Cole, but the Mortal Kombat community, we love Art Lean. And we want to see Art Lean in the games, not goddamn Cole Young.
Oh god, I forgot about Cole Young.
But yes, I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if anybody on you, I don't know if like anyone in the Mortal Kombat community has interviewed Ken Edwards before. So I'm really excited to not only talk about talk martial arts with him. I really want to talk about how he got to fight that giant Goro puppet. That's gonna be such a goddamn fun discussion.
As you should.
Yes. So yeah, do you guys got any memories of that that infamous / famous Goro scene from Mortal Kombat 95?
I liked it when Goro killed the guy.
Yes, it was. Like I said, it'll be a fun discussion because
I will say that puppet still scares me to this day.
It was a cool looking puppet. It was a big, sweaty, meaty, manly, gory, weird looking puppet, and I thought that puppet looks better than the stupid CGI in the 2021 movie. Just saying.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and it's by Stan Winston.
Yes.
So you know it's high class.
And plus, come on, I really, what's the voice actor who did Goro? Was it Wooly? Oh my God, he also did the voice of the Kamek in the Mario movie. Oh goddamn, forgetting his name.
Fuck, I know what you're talking about. Keith David.
Yep. No, it wasn't Keith David. It was oh Christ. Oh my, I'm googling it right now.
Hang on, I'm looking this up now myself. Hang on.
Is it Keith Richardson? Keith Michael Richardson, yes.
That's it.
Kevin Michael Richardson. Sorry, Kevin.
Keith Richards.
So Kevin Michael Richardson.
Okay, Michael Richardson. Okay.
Yeah, he's done tons of voice acting. So, but I'm sure all that voice acting was done in post. But still, I can't wait to hear all the stories from Ken Edwards on the set of Mortal Kombat 1995. Dying to know if he still hangs out with the cast to this day. I mean, he teaches Kung Fu over in Pasadena, California. So, again, there's going to be so many stories. So, guys, we're going to be doing the interview live. So, be sure to tune in. And if you got specific questions about the Mortal Kombat movie for Sifu Ken Edwards, by all means, have your questions ready. If you can't make it and want to submit your questions to me and Joe, by all means, we can do that too. So
my question is, did he get to keep the puppet?
I don't know, and I don't know if he's got any props because we spoke on the phone, so I didn't get to ask him that. So that'll be a good question to ask him. I'm not saying he's got the puppet, but maybe if he's got any.
But if I get killed by it, I'd like to keep it.
Well, maybe if he's got any props from the movie, because I know that the producer, what's his name? The producer of Mortal Kombat. He's been selling like parts, like production props and shit on eBay and stuff. So if you want to get any parts, props and stuff from the movie, you can do it. On eBay.
Maybe he's got Goro's balls that Johnny Cage punched into oblivion.
Still one of the best scenes ever. Damn, that hurt. But yeah, there you have it, guys. So mark your calendars. It'll be Thursday, September 26th, 2 weeks from now, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's 6:30 for you Central folks and 4:30 out west. We're gonna have a whole hour with them, just strictly a hard hour with them. And like I said, Tablock99 will be joining us. So I figured we could probably wrap this bitch up now. So listen, everybody check out Cryptic Collectors as season 2 is in full swing with another episode dropping. So here's what we'll do. I'll give you guys the floor one more time here. Just tell everybody about Cryptic Collectors and where they can find you and stuff. So whoever wants to go.
All right, so you can find Cryptic Collectors on several streaming sites, several podcast sites such as Spotfiy, Podbean. We are also on SoundCloud, and we are currently trying to see if we can get back on Buzzsprout, but we'll see about that. We are also on YouTube, where we upload our podcast in video form. We are on also on sss.com to check us out there, as well as Podbean.
Yeah, we were originally on Pornhub, but they said we were too lewd for it.
Yeah, apparently. And also, we are also on Facebook, which is our main page, so you can give us a like and follow us over there. And additionally, like I said, our channel specifically focuses on film adaptations, television adaptations, comics, manga, whatever adaptations we could find of urban legends and beings of cryptozoology.
Yes, and also I think you guys have an Instagram page too, right? Because I put that link in there too. But all those links, so like I said, follow these guys, sub them up. Again, YouTube, all podcast platforms. Check out Cryptic Collectors. It's a fun listen. You guys and Sippy, you guys always you bring the ruckus, you bring all the laughs. You guys got good chemistry, and again, there's a lot of great cryptid movies, like stuff I'd never even heard of that's on Tubi and Sci-Fi. That, yeah, they really dig deep, and it's a good laugh. It's a fun listen. Highly recommend it. I make that part of my routine whenever they drop a new episode. You guys go, what 11 episodes up right now? So if you haven't checked them out, there's 11 episodes up there right now you can check out with their next episode on the way. So, and there's going to be more to follow the rest of the year. So their season 2's in full swing. And if you haven't checked them out, check them out. Not only that they are fantastic content makers, fantastic podcasters, they are great friends. And it's really funny. We still have a group chat going to this day. Usually when I'm in the group chat, usually after we do our show, it's gone. But no, we still have our Cryptic NerdCage group chat going. So it's always fun staying in contact with these guys.
Yeah, we still talk a lot. And I thank you, Jay, by the way, for the support.
Absolutely. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of you guys, and we love having you guys on. And we gotta have you guys on again for.
You're our number one fan and our only fan.
Yes. So listen, guys, just real quick.
That's true. You and Shay are the only guys who give a shit.
Hey, listen. I got some stuff to share with you, and maybe this will help get the name out there. But real quick, guys, before we go, if you have the right, please check out our Beetlejuice Haunted Apple Fountain Food review. Spoiler, it was really disgusting, so definitely check out that video as we...
Why didn't they call it Beetlejuice?
It really does taste like Beetlejuice. I'll leave it at that. And then check out our Wednesday Cookies and Cream Cereal food review. No surprise, that was actually damn good. Check out our live stream with Hyle Russell of the Conversation /DK Vine. That was a really fun live stream. And then a couple weeks ago, I did a live stream with Robert Meyer Burnett of Robservations. That was a fantastic goddamn stream. I was really honored to kick it with him. We're going to be on Twitch Saturday for Max Payne at 5 o'clock. That's twitch.tv/NerdCageLive. I'll be in Cleveland, Ohio next week for the Cleveland Gaming Classic for the Mortal Kombat 3 reunion. And I'll be giving away a t-shirt and some stickers and all that good stuff. I'll probably make some B-roll and I'll make a video about my experience there. We'll be doing Batman Arkham Asylum on twitch.tv/NerdCageLive on Monday. And Tuesday when I get back from Cleveland, Ohio, me and Joe will be on Twitch playing the Mortal Kombat 1 Chaos Reign story expansion. And of course, that same week, as I just said, Thursday, Sifu Ken Edwards from Mortal Kombat 1995 live interview, so be there for that. And of course, as we just said earlier, Cheesy Movies for Charity 3 will be Saturday, December 14th. We're going to be watching Surf Ninjas, Over the Top, 102 The Quickening, Madam Web, and Batman Forever. And of course, be sure to get yourself a NerdCage Live t-shirt. Again, any size, any color, whether you're skinny, booty color, or fat fuck, get your latest design right here. NerdCage Live versus everybody, as well as the Kaiju design, the Pornhub design, and our top selling shirt, the regular shirt with the strength and geek knowledge on the back. Again, we go from small all the way to 5XL. You can find the link to our TeePublic in every video and across all social media. And speaking of social media, join our Facebook discussion group as well as our Discord server. And of course, follow us on Instagram, nerd_cage, as well as Twitter /X, nerd_cage. Really appreciate it, everybody. So we please ask you to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell. Spread that shit like syphilis. So the USA from yours truly, Syracuse, New York, Ohio, New York City, to all of our friends from around the world at NerdCage Live and the Cryptic Collectors. As always, enjoy life, stay safe, eat your vegetables, do your push-ups, go to the gym. Good night, God bless, and have the best day of your life. And stick around for our awesome promos, everybody, and we'll see you Saturday on Twitch. See ya!
It has begun!
You're Arlene, aren't you? Man, I saw you fight in London. You were great. Thanks.
That's right, NerdCage Nation. Sifu Ken Edwards will be joining us right here on NerdCage Live for a live interview with TabUp99 joining the panel. Thursday, September 26th, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match.
Shoot the J, Joe. Okay. Shoot it!
All right.
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe. It's all about you.
Kaboom! Playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful.
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe. Run for your life, Joe.
Running.
Run faster. Oh no, Joe, the galaxy's doomed because of you.
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe.
Thank you.
Yo, that's diabolical. Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCage Live.
Ooh, trying to get out of the nerd cage, are ya? Well, before you go, hit that subscribe button. And if you're really intrigued, ring that bell. Thank you for dropping by. Until next time, tell everyone you know about NerdCage Live!